Hey guys, it's ZD here, and I am super excited to be going over something that I know is going to help you in your business. You know, I've been privileged enough in the last, 5 to 6 years, going on 10 years actually in the coaching space, but it wasn't until around, 5 to 6 years ago that everything actually changed for me. And I kind of worked out what was actually the distinction. What was the actual thing that really got me to the next level in my business? Because I was thinking, there's so many of you right now. I can see so many of your patterns of how I used to be. And I always get on calls with people and I'm like, I can just see the pattern so clearly because I used to struggle with this pattern. And it's probably not what you think. It's probably not going to be a sales thing. Yes, I did struggle with sales, but I'm not going to go over that. It's something even more defined than that. And one of the things that I used to struggle with, and I know maybe you can relate to this, is I struggled to receive. Now think about this. I always talk about how to manifest things, how to manifest more abundance, because it's a big part of my work. I know how to help anyone manifest through my 6 times a day method. I know how to help anyone manifest their dream life. You want a relationship, I'll help you get a relationship. You want more money in your business, I'll help you get that. There's zero doubt in my mind, but my process can easily help you do that. But the only thing that's going to happen, let's just say if you start doing my 6 times a day method where you're meditating 6 times a day to really reprogram your subconscious mind, is your cell inertia is going to be against you. Now, what is your cell inertia? Well, your cell inertia is your cells right now have adapted to what you are living in. Look at it like, what are you bathing right now your cells in? It's like people are like, I want to make a lot of money, but they're bathing their cells every day in scarcity. Well, they don't connect together. As much as your heart wants more money and more success and having the business that you want, etc., your cell inertia is against you. So when you start doing this meditation, that's why I love it so much. It is about the programming of the mind, but it's more about fighting your cells and being aware that, oh my God, my programming is so strong. If I don't change my programming, how the hell is any mastermind going to work? How the hell is any coach going to help you? No coach can actually help you if you don't change your programming. How crazy is it that the reason you're broke right now or struggling with money has to do with your programming? It has to do with nothing else. It's your internal process inside, the governing system to everything. I'm lucky enough to program my mind around money. I've programmed myself around money. Trust me, I used to struggle so badly with money, but I realized I had such a poor money mindset. But when I actually started getting my programming on my side, my cell inertia on my side, and my cells were adapted, my cells have adapted to making money. So let's just say I start the month off this month and I'm like, I don't want to make any money. I can't not make money. Do you know why? Because my cells are against not making money. So I have to start making money from that place. Imagine getting your mind and programming to the place where it's actually on your side. And even though you're like, I don't want to make money, just like you're the opposite right now, I want to make money, but your mind's against you, imagine you have it on your side. That's about changing your subconscious mind. But there's something even more profound that I've realized. And I look back and I had this massive epiphany last week actually. And I realized I used to struggle to receive. So I can help you change the programming, which is awesome, but you know what's going to even be deeper than that? If you have a lacking or there's a part of you that doesn't believe you deserve what you are asking for, it won't happen. And this is why your programming connects to this. How many times have you finally got what you want? All of a sudden, manifestation's going your way. You start meditating, you start visualizing, and all of a sudden, the evidence starts to show up in the physical world. You're like, oh my God, this relationship's starting to come my way, or the business, the clients are actually starting to come my way. But then something happens. Your mind plays tricks on you. It lies to you. I even had a client yesterday who all of a sudden there was all this success coming up, and all of a sudden her body started to feel sick. Started to get really, really sick, and she wanted to avoid. She started getting nasally in her nose, and then she's like, what the hell's going on? It has nothing to do with your health. It has everything to do with this is what your programming is. Your programming is so conditioned to staying the same. I'll give you a simple analogy. If you're single right now, and I find the perfect relationship for you, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I've connected, I've manifested this person. Do you know what? Your brain will actually lie to you, say, I don't think this person's the right one. Yeah, I actually don't like this about this person. I don't like this. It'll lie to you to keep you single. How insane is that? If I help you start making money, what's going to start happening? What do most people do when they start making money? They believe they don't deserve it. They believe they don't deserve the receiving of it. So then they start pushing it away. Their brain starts lying to them. We don't need to make money. I actually don't like this coach I'm working with. Oh my God, why do I have to spend this much money? Blah, blah. It'll lie to keep you in the same position. I want you to really think about this right now because this is so profound if you understand it. Your brain right now does not care about you succeeding. It cares about you surviving. And you are surviving being broke. You are surviving being single. You are surviving in the same reality right now. That's why it doesn't care in the next 12 months if you stay the same. But I know there's a part of you that's watching this video right now that you say, do I have a receiving pattern? Because as soon as you get close to success, what are you going to do? You're going to sabotage it. It's like you hit a top of a thermostat. You start making a significant amount of money, and there's a part of your brain that says, I don't deserve this. And it mightn't be consciously. You might be saying inside, I don't deserve this, but then all of a sudden your body starts to take a hit. You start getting sick for some reason. What the hell? Why am I getting sick? And all of a sudden you start sabotaging down. Maybe you're on the road to running a marathon. I've seen this happen with people where they're training up to run a marathon. Oh yeah, I'm going to run a marathon soon, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden their body gets really, really sick because their programming is like, no, I want to stay the same. Ask yourself a question. How much does your mind play tricks on you right now? How many times has your mind played a trick on you to keep you in the same situation? One of the biggest things that I work on my clients is as soon as they start getting up and they hit the top of the thermostat, I need to be aware and say, oh my God, you're making the most amount of money you've ever made. But my biggest challenge is I don't trust your programming. So what does that mean? I need to make sure that when they hit that, we can start using my 6 times a day method and not listen to our mind and our programming. It's like you need to go against your feelings. How many times have you ever had a client before and they're like, oh, this program doesn't intuitionally align to me right now, and blah, but my intuition says it's not right. Do you know what's crazy? And another profound thing that I've worked out. Your intuition and your fears are very close together. And a lot of people get lied to and their body lies to them saying it's my intuition. It's not. If your brain and heart, your thinking center and your feeling center are connected together and in sync, totally, that's your intuition. But most people are doing it out of fear. They join a program and all of a sudden they're not following through because their programming's so strong, and then they're like, this program doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. This is why I'm actually very, very picky about who I work with. I can tell within the first 5 minutes of getting to know you if I actually want to work with you or not. Within 5 minutes. Because I can tell everything about your programming. And I'm like, is this going to be too much work because your programming is so strong? Or are you a person that's like really inspired and you're like, look, I'm willing to do this. I've played the game for too long. I've seen people when they signed up with me, when I wasn't aware of that, and they're like, oh, I don't know, but I felt this feeling inside. And I feel like because my brain and heart were connected, my intuition was right. But I didn't listen to the intuition, and then the person was a train wreck of a client, right? We already know this when our brain and heart are connected. But when you're signing up to a program and then you're listening to your fears saying, I don't want to do this process of reaching out to people or whatever, that's your programming wanting to stay the same. It has nothing to do with this doesn't feel right. It's not meant to feel right. Do you think exercising freaking hard feels right? No. It feels freaking intense. You want to throw up, but you get the results. Make sense? Stop trying to think this coaching business is going to be sunshine and rainbows. It's not. People always say to me, what do I think? Do you reckon growing a coaching business is easy? No, it's freaking hard. Do you understand how hard it is to reach out to people? Do you know how hard it is to keep doing videos every day? Do you know how hard it is to get freaking people results over and over again and put yourself on the line over and over again? But it's worth it. The person I became in this process, no one can take that from me. You can take anything else, but I can't. No one can take away who I've become. Not what I get. Cool. Money's money. You can make money tomorrow, you can lose money tomorrow, whatever. But you know what? They can't take away who you become. And this is what I want to tell you. If you're coming into the coaching space and you're struggling to receive and you're not working on your mindset and programming, it's a waste of a program that you're about to go into. No, this program's so good. I'm going to work around sales and marketing. It's not going to work. You might make your first 10K month, but because you have a receiving issue, you're going to push it away. All of a sudden, you'll start getting what you want, and then you'll start sabotaging. Your programming will go wild. Look at it like your programming goes freaking wild when you start getting what you want. I had a good friend, found this perfect person for them. Relationships, perfect person for him. They met the criteria. He was so happy about it. And all of a sudden, it started getting too serious. What did he start doing? This isn't right for me. Cut the deal. He cut the deal off. And I said to him, that was your sell inertia and you just lost. There's going to be a time where you're going to have regret in your life. And how many times in life do we do that? There's someone right in front of us that's perfect and we push them away because our cell inertia is there, because our programming wants us to stay the same. This is serious stuff, guys. This is not what people are going to tell you as a business coach. This is not what people are going to tell you. People are going to tell you, look, you just got to learn marketing, you got to learn sales, you got to learn niching, which all has its, it makes sense, right? Logically. But growing a business isn't a straight line. It's going to go left, it's going to go right, it's going to go left, it's going to go right. It's not meant to be logical. We've been trained by the schooling system that everything is 60%, 80%, or you failed, or whatever it was. It's not like that. You're going to have weeks where you're going up, and then there's going to have weeks where you're going down. But as long as you stay in track and you're doing your programming work and you're aware of this stuff, that's why I'm trying to wake you up to this stuff. It's very, very profound. It's changed my life. It's turned me into a literally broke, struggling, lacking confident man into a person that makes millions of dollars, have the love of my life, and I pretty much live a pretty comfortable life in a way, with not worrying about what most people worry about financially. And it's not because I'm so different. It's because I've just programmed myself for success, and you can too. If you want help with this, I have a whole coaches that work for me that are so trained in my process. But if you want to really up level and go with me, I'm happy to work with you. If you're interested in really getting to that next level and making hundreds of thousands of dollars, work with me. I'd love to have you there. I have an event coming up in the next month. Maybe that's like a great intro into my work. But far out, if you guys literally need testimonials or proof, literally go on my profile right now. I'm doing case study after case study, as many case studies you guys need to prove that this shit works. And guess what? Most of these people that are talking about aren't talking about, oh, he was just so good at sales and marketing. They're talking about the programming work that I do. It's different than anything out there in the marketplace. Everyone's selling you the same shit. This works. It's been proven. I've got 400 plus success stories, and you're going to be the next one. So guys, if you're interested, please comment below, send me a message. I'd love to, connect with you if you want to connect with me or one of my team, and then we can go from there. But guys, subscribe to this, comment your biggest learning, and guys, start being open to receive. You are freaking worth it more than you could ever imagine. And your next success, your big success that you feel like you've made it, is about to come. So guys, have an incredible day, and I'll talk to you all very soon.